Previously on Surviving Sliptopia.
Dead with a woohoo! Wow. I'm so nervous from that. We've beaten the weather. I know it's pretty badass. Let's go ahead and get it placed. Oh, this texture pack has a weird flavor of beacon. We're gonna have to start playing around with the underroom. So that's kind of gonna be the next thing that we're gonna focus on. I got the underroom to do. We got the enchanting tree to finish, and then we have the back door. Those are all really the major projects that we have at the moment. What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, and we has a big pee stream coming out of the top of our Emborium. So I haven't updated the texture yet, but I did set this up with speed 2. Actually, I think Armitage left a comment and said something to the effect of, set that for speed 2, derp. So I did, I set it for speed 2, and so now we're super fast, and it's pretty cool. But today I said that we were going to work on the underroom. That's kind of one of the cool things about speed 2. Sometimes I miss this, like that, and I miss it less often with speed 2. So we said we're gonna work on the underroom. What's up, slimes? And we're gonna do that today. And we're gonna, I hope, I don't know how much of it we're gonna get done, but I want to start to get this done. We got to get this thing done. It's been an old project. It's bugging me that it's not working. And so today we're gonna spend the day underground, which is rare. It's not every day that we do that, but we got part of this already worked out. So if you remember previously on, we got our lava dispensers working. So now these should be good to go. I'm a little wary that they're gonna drop lava once in a while. We shall see. But what I really wanted to get done at the very least today is starting to work on a system where when we hit this button, we'll have a lever system over here, a keep or trade, keep or pick up, basically, system where we're going to be able to choose whether the minecart, when we push the button, it moves the villager or the minecart just over to pick up a villager or down through a minecart rail system that will come out of this area here. And if you remember, we had talked about that last episode, I do believe. And so we're going to need to build a quick pulse system and use repeater lock and stuff and things like that. And so I'm gonna start working on that, and when I have some headway done, I'll be right back. So I started fooling around with the system a little bit. Actually, I'd gone back in here. I'm doing a little bit of testing. During one of the updates, all of the minecarts disappeared in my world. So I had to throw a minecart back into this guy, and then I was just testing to see if these guys were breeding again. So if you remember, you hit this button, it turns off the dispenser up there, and then our villager breeder goes up top, and these guys should breed. I haven't noticed that they've been breeding, but I got like 30 of them in there, so it might be hard to see, and it takes, a lot of times it's finicky, like they don't like to hump if you're watching. So I just been keeping the guy down, so, like I said, because I got 30 in there. But I was thinking about this system here, and it was really complicated, like a little overcomplicated. And I'm always of the ilk of like, how can I make it simple and make it work? I mean, I can make it complicated, but I don't want to. I'd rather make it simple. So I thought we would go with the design or implement a minecart management system utilizing a technique that I saw Armitage use in this last LP video, and that was upside down or upward facing droppers. So now what we have going on is I just have this dispenser here, and it's hooked up to this line of droppers, and all of these droppers are facing up. Now I've got to get a system fixed up so that I can pulse these droppers with redstone, but upward facing droppers, while pulsed with redstone, will move items upward. So I'm thinking this can be the system that we use to recycle minecarts. Over here we'll have some place where the empty minecarts come back, hit some cactus, and fall into the droppers. These will pulse, moving the that was not what I want to do. Moving the minecart up into the dispenser, and a dispenser will actually dispense a minecart onto the rail. So if we do like so, you can see we grab our villager, he moves off, and then what we'll do is we'll have it set up here so we can see down into the area. We know how many villagers we'll need. When we go ahead and grab one, or when we pulse the dispenser, it will automatically move a villager off. We will have to come down into here in order to take a look at whether we want the villager or not. We'll have to come down in here into the cells that are storing them, and then make our decisions on whether we want to recycle them. And then once they recycle, they'll come back here. These droppers will pulse and move the minecart back up into the dispenser. And I think that's going to be, see you later, buddy. I think that's going to be the easiest way to set up the upper area. So the next thing that we're going to do is get these droppers on a pulsing timer of some sort. I can't do it inside of here, and that is because of this dropper here is directly next to the block that holds up this piece of track, so I can't take out the block underneath it. So we're gonna have to put the power system on this edge, and I think that I'll just build a single clock in the center that pulses them from this angle. So I'm gonna work on that. When I get it up and running, I'll be back, guys. So this is what we worked out, and unfortunately a bit loud, but I don't believe it can be helped. But yeah, so just torch stack on a little timer here, and it cycles all of the droppers all the way up, and it doesn't interfere with the action from our dispenser. So if we take a look here, let's go ahead and stick that bad boy in there. See, it's going, it's like already up there. So there's our minecart all the way up the top. Let's see that again. Come on, guy. Alright. And we should see in just a second, bam, it goes up to the top. Like, it's really quick how fast it works. I want it to run all the time. I want it to not be something that I have to think about. But it is gonna be, it's gonna be noisy. It's gonna be a little bit loud, and it just can't be helped. So I can't figure out any way to do it. So if now we can just dispense one of those, grab a villager. He'll go down into the cells here. We will say yay or nay to his trade. He will go into the killing chamber. After he's killed, the minecart will come over, get recycled. I will simulate a recycling sequence, and then bam, it'll go back up inside. And it'll sit up at the top. I'll have 9 minecarts total in the system, so that if there are no guys here, if there are no guys in the cells that will be here, then everything will be up in that top dispenser. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a way to set it up so that it only turns on when this dispenser's empty. I possibly could work something out that does that. I think I can do that. I think I might be able to do something like that with comparators. For now, this is going to be it, because I want to get working on some other stuff and things. So I'm going to start getting some of the cells done now. I'm kind of excited about what those are going to look like. And I'll come back with you guys in just a couple seconds. So some progress updates. I kind of decided this is what we're going to do down here. 4 stations, actually. And the reason I have these here is because to hide some of the mechanics of what's going on, I think we're actually going to build this wall out, and build this wall out. So back here will be some of the inner workings, some of the minecart rail that comes down and stuff and things like that will be back here and hidden a little bit. The return cart system will be back in here as well, and that will be hidden a little bit. I turned this thing off because I couldn't handle it anymore. It was clicking and clicking and clicking. But yeah, so 4 stations right here. And this is kind of similar to what we had set up before. And I really should probably, just for now, we're going to torch this out a little bit. But yeah, similar to what we had in Testopia, we have our just a little button to send them back, and this is going to be the tripwire that detects that somebody's here, and it stops the rail system from bringing in another doodly-doodler, another guy. So I'm going to get to working on building out more of this stuff and be right back. So now we have 4 kind of sort of completed cells, and so this is pretty much exactly what I did in the Sliptopia, in the Testopia, pardon me. A little bit different. So we have our new dropper hopper system, dropper dispenser system, and that will pick up a villager. I think we're good to try it out. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and give it a try. Let me see. We need another minecart. Sweet, we have one. All right, so I think we should be good to go ahead and give this a try now, I hope. So if we dispense, we should pick up a villager and he'll head down and sit in the first cell. Let's see if this happens. Ooh, look at him go, he's in the first cell. Bam! So as you can see down in there, the track has switched, and the way that we're doing that is through just a really kind of fairly simple system. Minecarts are directional. They have like a native placement direction that they like to go. So in the last, or in Testopia, I didn't have to invert the signal, but because of the way that the mine track wants to place native, it wants to go in the other direction. I had to invert the signal down here. So the tripwire hits this redstone, that comes down, powers this block, turns off this redstone torch, turns this off, turns that redstone on, and makes the track go in the other direction. So now, if we go back up and get another villager, he should go into the second cell. Bam! And likewise down in for 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now the only thing we have to kind of add in here is a bit of a delay, I do believe. Actually, no, wait, I fixed it. So one of the things that I did was I put this track here so that if all of these cells are full, that whatever comes in will bounce and go back the other way. I think that that's gonna fix the other problem that I have, and that is, no, wait, yeah, okay. So the killing chamber that we're gonna have to build is gonna be over in this area somewhere, because once I send this guy back, I'm hoping the track will switch quick enough that he'll go to the left. Yes. Oh, that's not good. Oh, crap. So he goes back to the left, but then this guy is set. So that ain't gonna work. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that. So now we have kind of a new problem. When we send them back, it's not sending them back the right way. They send back to the left, then he comes into here and then goes back. He'll hit that and then come back into here. So yeah, our return sending is not working correctly. So most likely what that means is I'm gonna have to add some sort of a delay in. Whoa. Either that or set something up so that the return track comes off of here. So yeah, alright, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit more work done with this. I gotta start to have a think about it. Not sure what I'm gonna do. What should I do? Did you just poop? That's gross. I had to think about it, and I'm pretty sure that I got it figured out. So what we have now is kind of a return track. So all these entrances, this is a lot of track. This is a little confusing. So all these entrances, because he's in here, this track is facing the opposite direction. So any new derps will travel straight, as you can see, until they hit the empty station. So then, if they're returning, or if I'm sending them back, they will, because this track is faced this way, so they'll come in, say this was coming in, so they would come in, hit, I can trade with them or do whatever I want, or I could say, 11 emeralds for a clock, ain't happening, buddy. So, then, if they return, they head down into this under track. So let me go ahead and send him. And then you can see, he hits down here on the angled track. And right now I just have this feeding back up directly up into the system, but it will go to the kill chamber. So now he's back here. So these all have these little angled tracks where they fall. I tried doing it straight, and it didn't seem that they were carrying momentum that way. So I angled the tracks, and I think that should be good. There's not going to be anything going in this direction down here, so it doesn't matter. There's no need to have like a buffer for in case one of these goes the wrong way. They're always going to go this way, and they'll always come back into what will be the kill chamber area. So yeah, just to test it one more time, just for fun and giggles and stuff. Should be able to send him back. He should come right back up to this. And if we send this guy, he'll come down and he'll come right back up into the second area thingy-diddler cell. Like so. So I'm pretty happy with that system. So having him come down, we got getting him into the empty cell containers. We got having him go back and not interfering with any of the track we got. Did I just trip wire? I must have been on the edge. So this is all well and good. Everything's good. Shouldn't have any problems setting it up and mirroring it on the other side. So the next thing we got to do is get the kill chamber going. So I'm going to start on that. Okay, so I just spent the last 25 minutes or something like that looking online for looking for a 10-minute timer or 10-second timer, long timer. I found a lot of people who had clocks labeled as timers, but yeah, so I really couldn't find anything that would only work for like 10 seconds that was really any more compact than just putting a bed of repeaters down. So I have a bed of repeaters now, and I don't know, I kind of got a little bit frustrated. Like, it was kind of tough. I couldn't really find anything that was compact that would go for 10 seconds. I mean, anything that I found really kind of involved the same amount of space, and I mean, yeah, it's super ugly, but it totally does the job. So now we have everything working on. Let's go ahead and test out some things on this guy. So we don't like your 3 bread for emeralds trade, so we send him off. That's gonna bring him over here. He's gonna trip the tripwire as he sits inside of his lovely block and cannot breathe. He's gonna die. Then this is gonna send him up. Send this up. Bring it over here. Hits a piece of cactus. Starts to travel up the dropper chain. It might have already gone up. Yeah, and then we see we got 2 minecarts up inside of there. So let's go ahead and test the system from front to back. Let's test it in its entirety. So we got our villagers. They're hanging out in there. I actually did get some breeding to go on. You can see there's a baby derp in there now. So we got some stuff and things happening. We grab a guy. He goes down into the system. Heads down into the first cell. What up, cell number 1 guy? 6 emeralds for an iron axe. F you in the A. So we F him in the A. Comes over here. He drowns. Oh, the humanity! And then after he's done dying, the system will send the minecart back up. Bring it over here. Hits the cactus. Quickly travels so fast up the droppers we can't even see it, and then there's 2 minecarts back in there. So I'm calling that a day, guys. Like, that's a thing. It is officially like a real thing that got built, that I made, that works. So I'm kind of excited about it. I don't do a lot of like creating of stuff and things on my own, and it was fun to do it. It was fun to kind of, you know, work out the problems and get something that's working. I want to thank Armitage for helping out with the upward mobility of items. That wasn't me. That was all him. That was all Army. Can we take these out without effing anything up? Ah, better. So want to thank him for that, and appreciate that little addition here. It was a cool piece. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. It was a long day for me for making the video. So I hope that you liked it. Thanks very much for hanging out. As always, if you did like the video, don't forget to just click the like button. It helps our channel out. And if you're a big fan, a lot of people lately have been saying they love the series and they wish that there were more subs and stuff like that. You know, just take a second, tell your friends. Share the video if that's what you think. And we just really appreciate it. You don't have to. It's just something that if you feel it's deserving, that we appreciate. I appreciate it if you do it. So yeah, that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.